dito ay maganda pakinggan. Hindi lahat dito ay mag-hit. Kaya iilan lang dito. So ang ginawa ngayon, yung mga Israelita, kinuha nila yung mga kanta na maganda ang dating. You understand? And then, nang makuha nila, mula sa 1,000, yung the best of them all, kinumpile nila. Ang labas, Song of Solomon. You understand? Yung best songs, best of all, best songs ni Solomon, kinumpile nila, and then it resulted to one book, which is Song of Solomon or Song of Songs. Parehas lang yan. Out of 1,000 songs. Now, number 2, ang Song of Solomon is full of symbols and images. Maraming mga symbols to. Ano kaya ang mga images nito? Marami. Another thing, ang Song of Solomon, it has 4 approach message, 4-fold. Okay, you listen first. There are 4-fold approach. Okay, number 1 approach. Pag binasa nyo if you read Song of Solomon, 4 lang yan. 4 lang meaning. So the first one is the literal meaning. Number 2, historical. Number 3, typical. Number 4, meaning, best approach is practical. Okay, write it down. Approach, approach, approach.
Number 4, Pastor? Practical?
Number 4, practical. Simple lang naman itong songs.
Sa marriage.
Literal approach. Approach.
Literal, historical, typical, and practical.
Write it down. You write. Don't talk. Turok na naman.
Don't condemn.
Dalawa kayo.
Ayaw mo.
Pastor na, uuwi na nga lang to. Para kayo high school.
Oo nga. Section 4.
Ropor, nasa tabi pa ng basurahan.
Okay.
Love you, maiden.
Nanay mo ako someday. Maging mami mo ako someday.
Sabi ko, yun muna kapihin. Huwag to kasi marami kang sulat dito. Kayo talaga ha. Tapos pag exam, puro kayo false. Okay, now. Sino nakabasa dito sa Song of Songs? Song of Solomon, ikaw? Okay. Tell us the story.
Yung Songs of Solomon, Pastor, is about...
Lakasan mo ka, nabasa ko na siya.
Doon sa, about... Images about doon sa marriaging, Pastor. Sa mga... About doon sa mga singles din. Doon mo makikita din yung patungkol sa marriaging, yung sa family, about family, Pastor. Yun din yung
Ano pa? Tagdagan ba? May marriage ba doon? Wala
Let's
daw eh.
profile
Sino
some-
tama sa inyong dalawa?
Yung sa, about sa care, ano, Pastor eh.
Abad, ikaw ba? I-summarize mo sa kanila.
Ilabas nyo na yung 5.
Yung something hindi ko naman kaya ni Sarah Maris, pero yung naunawalan ko lang sa song.
Makinig tayo. Makinig tayo.
Eh, dalawang
Husband
dalawang
and wife.
ugnayan ng magkasintahan na kinakon nila yung love nila para sa isa't isa.
Aha.
Nagsasagutan.
Aha.
Ganun.
Ah.
Yun lang po yung na
So, ang Song of Songs, ba't masyado ko malayo pa? Narinig mo ako?
Mamaya.
Ang Song of Songs ay story ng isang hari. Okay? Si Solomon mismo. Si King Solomon. Okay. Tapos, marami siyang lupa. He has a lot of vineyards. And then one day, while he was there, checking his plants and so on and so forth, he saw one beautiful maiden. And then what he did was, he took her to her palace at tried to convince her of his love. Naintindihan niyo? Now, this maiden ay hindi siya kumagat sa offer ni Solomon because this maiden has somebody way back to his home. Merong beloved. If you just read Song of Songs in just one blow, magkakamali tayo. Yun pala, it's just a story of King Solomon. He found a maiden, and then this maiden has beloved. She loved him, and she likes her. Take note he likes her, but she does not love him. She loves him.
Love triangle.
Hugot. Yung laang.
Di ba? So, that is why, if you read the book of Solomon, there are 4 approaches. And these are the 4 approaches. Number 1, number 2, 3, and 4. So, the literal story is this. Now, we know that Solomon has how many wives?
3,000.
Grabe naman, hindi na kaya. Sabog eh.
9,000.
300 only
Concubines.
wives. And concubines is 700. Concubines. Mahilig sa babae, hindi.
Hindi rin.
Medyo.
She does not like woman. Solomon.
like one.
Sino ang mahilig sa babae ba?
Babae. Ay,
Ang babae
Ang concubines ay in case ng wife ay wala,
palit.
reserve tayo. This is reserve tayo. Reserve tayo. And they live in just one palace, in one place. Solomon, he doesn't even know the name of his concubines. Dami, 1,000 niya eh. Kayo nga, hindi ko alam pangalan niyo lahat eh.
Finish.
Okay. Now, this is the literal meaning, the story. But in historical, is very important for us. It is a picture of this lovely maiden is the Israelites. The Israel. You understand? Now, the Israel, according to history, galing sila sa tinatawag na Israel, sa Egypt. They came from Egypt, and God took them out of Egypt to be what? His wife. Right? To be his wife. Divine Father, and then wife. At Mount Sinai. Upon giving the commandments to them, upon giving to them the 10 commandments, when these Israelites agreed with God, they became what? Like husband and wife. Right. Because prior to that, Israel's husband is other gods in Egypt. Okay? So, the beloved of Israel after Mount Sinai experience is God Himself. Israel loved God too much, right? But King Solomon is a picture of other nations trying to deceive Israel so that Israel will commit what? Sin. Especially idols. Idolatry. So, ang ibig sabihin, ang Israelites was tried to be taken by other nations. Like for example, who? The Babylon. Right? Egypt. And you know all this, lahat ng mga empires, they tried to seduce Israel. And what happened, Israel, minsan, sa kanyang panahon, she went to Babylon. Right? She went to other place because they were deceived by other nations. Amen. So, historically, it talks about Israel, God, and other nations. Not only Babylon, but other nations. Amen. Any questions? Any questions? Wala? O nantok na kayo? Galaw-galaw. Sayang yung chance na maintindihan niyo. Continue? Okay, now.
Pastor.
Oh, yes.
Israel, the women's common different dioses, right?
The woman?
Yes.
Yes. The woman, in literal approach, was deceived by King Solomon.
Yes.
The same with Israel.
Yes.
Israel was deceived by many nations worshipping other idols. Alright? So that is historical approach. One way of understanding Song of Songs. Amen?
It's because of many things, different dioses.
Yes. Different dioses. Tingnan nyo ang ginagawa ko ngayon is mission na to kasi hindi lang Pilipino. Okay?
They start different, so many dioses.
Yes, yes. Okay, so, saka natin to, okay now. Any questions so far? None? Mamaya pa. Exam. Typical. Types. Pag sinabing typical is types. Types or shadow. So, therefore, the Song of Songs is not just the history of Israel or literal life of Solomon, but it's a type or shadow of the life of the church. You understand? Okay, good. So therefore, the type here is the church. The lovely maiden is the church. Okay? That's it. Now, what happened to the church? The church is composed of all believers, or the body of Christ. Body of Christ. And another approach is the local church. Local, for example, AMI, Assembly of God, or whatever local church, you name it. Okay? Not the building, but the group. The group, not the building, it's the group. It has nothing to do with building. Because the first church gathered that in buildings. They gathered outside. You understand? Now, the head of the church is God or who? Christ.